we strove to find just the right amount of challenge for your toddler at this age. So when an activity is too easy, they get bored, but then when it's too hard, they also disengage. So it's really wanting to tune in to what is your child seeking, what are the skills that they're working to build at this stage, and how can we work those skills? So all of these items are really meeting your child where they are right now. This is the Mosaic button board. And what we've learned from child development professionals is that fine motor skills in toddlers right now are declining at a pretty rapid rate. And it's linked to technology exposure. So items that really work their both fine motor strength and their fine motor dexterity are really extra important right now. So we have a Mosaic button board, and we recommend you start by placing this in a horizontal location and taking out the matching cards. So you take out the buttons, and they will first start to work by pushing these buttons down, pushing them with their body weight onto the board. And once they've successfully been able to find that satisfying click, you can then orient this to have a vertical orientation, and you can pick one of the cards. Some of the cards are a little bit more complex, and some of them are a little bit easier, so you could start with something a little bit more simple. And around 2, you'll notice that your child will start to enter the sensitive period for color matching. So they're going to want to really match that red to the red and the orange to the orange. And so they're working not their pincer grasp, but a 3-finger hold to push the buttons in, and then they need to use their hand to fully get that click. And so you'll find that they're going to want to work all the different patterns. They really enjoy working this Mosaic button board. This is the graduated cylinder posting toy, and this is really an extension and a culmination of all of the posting activities that they've been doing this whole year. So they've been putting the coins in the coin bank, they've been putting the little carrots and pushing them through the holes, they've been maybe using Q-tips to push through the smaller holes, and this represents a new level of challenge for them because it has 2 levels of learning. So one is that these cylinders are different sizes. So they have to figure out which cylinder fits in which hole and problem solve. And then the next is that they have to orient it both in the top and the bottom. So they need to be able to fit it both in the top and then orient it to the bottom of the toy as well. This is really fascinating because we've done many play studies, and children have a really high desire of completion for this toy, and then they want to just dump it out and start all over again. In the Montessori world, being able to take a 3-dimensional object and match it to a 2-dimensional object really represents a whole new level of cognition in your child's brain. So this is the Montessori animal matching. We selected animals that your child will probably love to make the roar of the lion and the moo of the cow. So it's helping to continue to build those language skills, but they're gonna love matching these 3-dimensional objects to the 2-dimensional wooden pieces. And then have you noticed that your child is really into buckling right now? So maybe in their high chair, they don't want to leave because they want to just keep practicing, and they want you to unbuckle it so they can keep practicing buckling it. So this buckle barrel is really, really deep entertainment, and is really great for on the go, for in the car or traveling. And so if you unbuckle all these buckles for your child, they will want to work to buckle them, and they have different levels of challenge. So the circle buckles are the easiest, and then it moves on throughout to finally this final buckle. And so they're going to buckle everything, and then they'll hand it to you to unbuckle them, and then they'll want to do it over again. Later, they'll be able to have the fine motor strength to unbuckle them themselves, and that's a whole new level of their achievement. This puzzle is their first jigsaw puzzle. And it has a new level of learning for them because they need to learn how to flip the piece over to make the puzzle work. So oftentimes, your child will be successful in fitting possibly 3 of these pieces in, and then they'll get to that last piece and they'll complete it like this. And that's great. That's a great step in their learning. What they need to then figure out is how to flip this piece over and orient the piece so that it can complete the puzzle this way with all 4 smooth sides. And to bring kind of a new level of learning for this puzzle, when your child turns 2 and they're really interested in color matching, they can tweeze and color match these stars onto the puzzle. So they can take the green and match the green star and the yellow star and so forth. These tweezers are really great for really that fine motor strength, and your child is entering a sensitive period for really wanting to use tweezers. They seem so simple, it's such a small thing, but they're really excited to practice over and over again, tweezing these stars into the basket. And there's a lot of different DIY activities of other ways to use these tweezers on our blog at lovevery.com. And your child will be turning 2 in this age range. Congratulations. And so we have this little boy, Graham, who is also turning 2. And he has a birthday party. And this might be the first birthday that your child is really awake to what a birthday means. And so this is, your child can look at Graham celebrating and having a little party and enjoying cake and opening presents. And so this is a great way for them to really have another friend and enjoy relating to another child at that same age and stage. The Play Guide has so many activities to keep your busy toddler growing and learning, so we recommend making sure to refer to this as you're playing with these playthings for more ideas.